Hola, families. This is Ayadeli Malor, Directora Ayadeli, and I'm super excited because I'm here today with Miss Odalys Plasencia Rojo. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you did. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So some of you might know her a little bit better as Maestra Miry's daughter.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't know who Maestra Miry is our toddler teacher at our Spartan Road School. And Miry is such a wonderful person. We love your mom, Maestra Miry. She's been with our school basically since we opened back in 2017.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember back then.
I do remember that then. Yes, I do.
But she's been with us since we opened, and she's just always supported us with everything that she does, down from our Day of the Dead festival. The first year we did that, she was right there, and she was really excited about helping us out. She cooks food for us. She caters. She's just wonderful. She's just a great person.
Thank you.
When Miry asked me to help out with this project, I told her, well, of course, she approached me and wanted to know if I was interested in helping. I said, of course, I'd be happy to help and hopefully get some of our families on board for the project as well. So that's kind of why we're here today. I thought it would be a great idea to bring you here for a little interview, just to kind of chat about the project and a little bit about you as well, so people could get to know you better.
Yeah, thank you.
And to find out what your goals are and just basically how we can help with the project. So to get started, I actually had a question for you. Something I've always wondered, and I said your name right, Odalys.
Odalys, yes.
I love your name, and I've heard some non-Spanish speakers, they don't pronounce it right. So it is Odalys, but I always wondered, do you ever ask your mom where she got your name from?
I know that my grandma was actually the one who saw it once in like a baby magazine.
Really?
And she was like, oh, this is really cute. But if I'm not mistaken, it's like a Roman name.
Oh.
So it's probably, it's Roman.
That's cool. I think Miry told me that once, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Odalys, works for both languages right now.
Okay. Well, I love it. I think it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
All right. It's good to have a unique name, I think.
Yes.
So, well, I guess just to get started, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, how old you are, what grade you're in, what school you go to?
Of course. So I go to Topsail High School, and I am going to be an 11th grader next year.
Wow.
I'm 16 years old. I turned 16 in May. And right now I'm actually working at the Spartan Road preschool as a floater. So I help with like the classes, Miss Susie's class, Maestra Lucy's class, all that. And yeah, I'm really excited to be able to do this.
Okay. And you're pretty active at your school. Like, what activities do you do at school?
So I started a cultural club at my school in which we basically teach about different cultures and also try to do outreach programs with different like organizations here that help immigrants. I've recently moved to the U.S., be it from Latin America or from Asia, Africa, any country really. I'm also the officer at my HOSA chapter at my school, and I am a big part of my theater community. So yeah, that's mostly what I do. I'm a member of a few other clubs, a lot of volunteering, but I usually like to be really involved in everything.
Yeah. So you're very active. And
I
think
really
you mentioned something about you help with drama, Mean Girls. You did that.
Yes, we did the musical of Mean Girls, and I was actually the sound designer and engineer, meaning I ran everything that had to do with sound, mics, everything like that.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And then I know you've been part of our school almost as long as Miry, because you've worked at our school just helping out in the summer since you were little.
I used to come to my mom's class and just help with the babies.
Yeah.
So it's really like heartwarming to see like the little kids now grown up, in kindergarten, 3rd grade. I mean, it's amazing. I love seeing the little kids that I used to play with grow.
Aw, sweet. Okay. So let's see. So you're 16 now, right? And do you remember how old were you when you came to the United States?
I was 8 years old when I came here. Well, 7. I turned 8 here in the U.S. Yeah, we came here in 2015.
Wow. So do you remember that?
I do. I mean, I remember it very vividly. I would say that I'm very ambivalent in the sense that I like to feel a lot of things. Like, I feel a lot. And I moved here, and it was really hard for me. I mean, I remember how I used to struggle fitting in school, fitting in with like these different people who didn't share my culture. So it was definitely hard, even for my 7-year-old and now 8-year-old. It was a lot. And I know my parents also kind of had a toll on that. They felt the way that I wasn't happy here. But eventually, I grew and I accepted the fact that this is my fate, and I'm very happy being here.
Wow, that's amazing. So, and I guess, and that's part of it, do you remember how you reacted when your parents told you? Because it's so funny. I've talked to Miry about, I get from the perspective of a mother.
Yes.
I told her, I'm like, Miry, you were so brave. You brought your entire family here from Mexico. And one thing I think, if I recall correctly, Miry told me, I mean, you guys were pretty comfortable in Mexico. So you lived a nice life. It wasn't like you were escaping something.
No,
it wasn't like that. Your dad had a good job.
Yes.
You guys had a nice home, a couple of homes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we are very privileged. Yes, definitely. We lived very comfortably in Mexico, and we still lived very comfortably here when we came.
Mm-hmm.
I always, like, when they told me, I kind of thought it was like, oh, you know, a vacation, whatever. And then, like, it kind of dawned on me, like, oh, this is my new life. You know, it's very different. But still, I mean, I'm very aware of the privilege that I had coming to this country with the opportunities that we did. I mean, we had a stable home when we came. We had a lot of recourses here to help us. My dad's job, they helped us a lot just transfer here and be comfortable. So I really am very appreciative of everything that, you know, it came to be. You know, I was here in this country, yes. And was I upset about it? Yes. But I also know that it was for the best. And it still is for the best.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So maybe in a certain way you could almost connect with other kids who've done the same thing, come here and maybe be a resource for them.
Yes, I mean, it's truly what I see. And I mean, being able to go back to my country, which is something that many people don't get to do when they move here, but going back to my country and seeing the difference in the way that I live and the way that a lot of people that I know live truly inspires you to want to make a change, you know, to want to be able to help the people who you grew up with, the people who share your culture, your blood, everything.
Nice. So, okay, let's talk about the town that you come from. So, Maestra Miry is from, and I just want to explain this to parents because some people don't know. So that's part of what I love about the preschool too, is just helping people understand another culture, other cultures, the different countries. So Mexico does have states.
They do have states.
There's states in Mexico. And so you all are from the state of Jalisco.
Yes.
And then you're from the town of Ocotlán.
Yeah, we're from Ocotlán, Jalisco.
Okay, so tell me a little about Ocotlán. What's it like there?
I mean, right now it's obviously turned into a town. It used to be like a little just town in the middle of nowhere, and now it's like more of like a growing city. Everything's happening. But it is it's still, you know everyone. You go in the street, you're like, oh, I know you, hey.
Okay.
And it's a lot. It's beautiful there. There's so much culture and joy. It's a very religious town due to some things that have happened in the past with like appearances and things like that. But it's a very joyous town. There's a lot of just overall good feeling there. I love going there. Every time that I drive and I see like the big welcome to Ocotlán sign, I immediately start just kind of, I feel at home. It's beautiful there. It's very close to Guadalajara, which is a bigger town which people usually have heard of. So we're pretty close to there.
Okay, neat.
Yeah.
And so you still have connections there. Your grandmother lives there, Maestra Miry's mom.
Yes, all of my family lives there.
So all your family's there.
All of it, yeah.
You have cousins and...
My cousins, both my my grandparents, everyone is there, all my friends.
Okay.
Yep.
So I guess, do you still stay in contact with people in Ocotlán? I mean, your family, of course, but what about friends?
Yes, this summer I'm actually really excited because we're going to Mexico and I'm going to be able to, hang out with my friends. I have, of course, few because through distance you've grown apart and you changed. But yeah, I'm really excited to see my friends there.
Okay, nice. And it's so funny, and I got to ask you, because I think I remember Maestra Miry telling me, this is kind of a funny story, I'm just throw this out there. I think she had said when she first told you guys that you were moving, that you had a housekeeper in Mexico that lived with you guys.
Yes.
And I think you asked, is she coming with us?
Yes, I did.
So the answer was no. She does not come with you.
Come. I miss
but
her.
she's still there. You can still get to see
she
her.
still helps my grandmother. She used to help us a lot, with clean housekeeping and everything because when my parents worked. And I mean, she's still there. She's known me since I was born.
Wow.
And she's still going strong. I love seeing her every summer.
Oh, that's so sweet. And that's something really common in Mexico too. A lot of people that can afford it. Professionals have housekeepers and people that help them out.
Yeah, we
chores.
do. And I mean, she's not a housekeeper. She's my family. She's like my aunt to me. I love her a lot. Yes.
Nice. So, alrighty. So, tell me about the church that's in Ocotlán. This church that you're wanting to work with. Do you want to tell us a little about that?
Yeah. So it's called the Oratorio Christus Vivit, and it is a Catholic church. It was established around 3 years ago, and I mean, it's founded in a very impoverished area, so a lot of the community around it are very poor and they are in need of a lot of resources. So the church was established as a way to be able to help these people. Originally, the main plan of this was to kind of establish little houses where college students that were out of state could come and stay here and just have a place, a clean place to sleep, eat, those type of things, and just be comfortable in their living. Eventually, as it continued growing, and I mean, it has grown in the last 3 years, it went from, all of it being dirt to now having a full-on, basketball area, football area, areas to play with. They're actually right now constructing an even bigger chapel.
Wow.
Since it's grown so much.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the priest Padre Kid. He focuses a lot on helping the community. He has established a lot of different parish groups and just activities where children, teenagers, adults can participate in and just, be part of good recreational activities. He is an amazing guy, and he has truly made a change to that community. I mean, of course, Ocotlán does have a lack of resources in a sense. You can try to help, but there's only so much that you can do because of how the situation is over there. But he has really focused on being able to help this community and empower them and just give them everything. So I've been able to go and attend these masses and just overall be able to talk with the community and participate in their activities and everything. And I truly don't think I've ever felt as happy as I have being there, being able to participate with them. It's beautiful, and the people are so lovely. You truly do want to make a change. You want to help them. You want to just make sure that they're comfortable and everything.
Very appreciative. Okay, so that's great. So what is your goal? What are your plans when you guys go to Mexico in a few weeks?
Yes.
What is it that you guys are planning on doing, you and Maestra Miry?
So right now, I'm going to be teaching English lessons to around 40 kids right now. That's how we're estimating it at right now. And it's just good, Here we have a bilingual school to teach the kids how to speak Spanish because we know that it's really useful to be bilingual, to be able to speak two languages fluently. So just being able to go there and be like, okay, let me teach a bit of English. Let me see if I can, make you at least understand the language. So in the future you can grow and become better, It's really useful to be able to be bilingual or just at least know a little bit of each language.
That's right.
So we're going to be going there and teaching a little bit of English, as well as we're going to be donating clothes to the Escuela de Fútbol Carlos Acuti, which is a soccer school that was established to kind of just have a way to keep the kids entertained and just, have a safe environment where they can participate and be kids. So we're going to be donating clothes to them because, like I've said in the past, they do need a lot of resources. It's kids who like just basic things and who are in need of help. So we're going to be, right now, what I'm asking for is just donations of clothing and school materials because, again, we do need to have a way to establish these classes so that each kid can participate and learn a lot. But also, school starts pretty soon. It starts around in July in Mexico. So just being able to have a backpack for a kid who doesn't have a backpack, it makes a difference in the world, Yeah.
Okay, got it. So, and maybe you can inspire some of these kids too.
Yes.
One thing I was wondering, when you came here to the United States, did you speak English?
I did not.
No.
I did not speak a single.
Wow.
I only knew how to say pink.
Really?
That's all. Pink.
And look at you now.
And look at me now. I'm fluent. Yes, I sometimes think I speak better English than Spanish, actually.
Okay.
So yeah, just being.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and
So maybe you'll be an inspiration to these kids. Look at me. I was like you guys. I couldn't say anything in English, and now.
And now you can say everything. Yes, it's amazing, and I really do hope I can be an inspiration and just overall an example to these kids. Be like, you can do so much more. You can become such a inspirational person in the future. Those type of things. Yeah.
Okay. Exciting. All right, so we've talked about you guys want school supplies. We talked about the church a little bit, what your plans are. Alrighty, so let our families know, what can they do specifically? Where can they bring these supplies? Drop them off? How does it work?
Yes, so right now we have boxes in both in the school in Spartan Road and here in College Road too. We are collecting both scholar materials, so pencils, pencil pouches, color pencils, crayons, those type of things, as well as clothing. Sizes, 6 to 12, and then small to large.
Okay.
For the kids mostly. Anything that truly is appreciated. But we do have boxes set up in these two schools. We have one here at the entrance, and then in the Spartan Road, we have one in Maestra Miry's classroom, which is a toddler's classroom. So you can just drop your things there, and we will take it. I know sometimes, it's from June 17th to June 27th.
Okay.
So it's a very short amount of time. If it's easier to donate money, that you can also do that. And anything is appreciated, really. We will be holding count of everything, every expense, every money that is donated. We will have a list of how we spent it, how we used it, so we can present it to you and you can see that you truly did make a change. If donating money right now, we have enough money to be able to cover the shipping.
Wow.
Yeah, so the shipping of the boxes to Mexico is already covered.
Nice.
So anything else will be used to purchase items such as the materials, and just overall clothing.
Okay.
And everything will be held, count of, so we can present it to you and be like, this is everything that we did with this money.
Perfect.
Yep.
It's really exciting. And Miry even sent me some pictures too.
Yes.
So I'll try to share those with the family so they can see the pictures
And we have many
of
more
the church and some of the kids. And then when you guys go down there, if you want to send us some pictures, we'd love to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just to recap, families can drop off materials at the school. If you're on Spartan Road, if you're at the Spartan Road School, you can leave them outside of Maestra Miry's classroom,
Yes.
where there's going to be a box there every day from now until June 27th. So that would be until Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday, June 27th. So we have a little bit of time. Or you can make a cash donation, and Maestra Miry and Odalys will go out and purchase items, materials, clothes. I think Miry, does she have Venmo?
She has Venmo, yes.
Okay, so she has Venmo, so I'll share her Venmo with everybody
that'd
if
be
that's easier for you guys. Let's see, anything else? Did we forget anything?
I don't think, just truly being able to have this has been a dream of mine, being able to give back to my town. So it becoming true truly means so much to me. And the help that we have received already in these last 2 days have been everything. And I really am so thankful for the opportunity you've given me to be able to give back to my country.
Yeah, absolutely. We're thankful to have you guys,
Thank
you and
you.
Maestra Miry. You're a wonderful family, and we appreciate everything you do for us and for our school. So
Thank
we're
you
happy
so
to
much.
help.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you again for joining me today, and hopefully this has been interesting for the families. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out via email or chat with Maestra Miry at the school as well. She'll be happy
thank
to
you.
help you. And Odalys is there too,
I am
floating
there too.
around. She's floating around, so you'll see her. All
Thank you.
right. Gracias.